first because Frank Catalanotto's burning bat. Well, Mark Burley, he had the hot hand, 6 2/3, 2 runs, 8 Ks, got Reed Johnson. There we go, bottom 5. Joe Creedy came into this game 1 for 10 career against Roy Halladay. 2-run shot. White Sox were down a run, now they're up a run. Top 8, Damaso Marte, lefty, and to face Carlos Delgado, lefty. The left-on-left thing. That ball has just left the park. Strategy doesn't pay off. A Han Solo, we are tied. White Sox have won 5 games in their final at-bat this season. Bottom 10, Paul Konerko intentionally walked to load the bases. Creedy, fly ball to right. Megley Ordonez is going to tie up and win this ball game. 8 days ago against the Devil Rays, same scenario. Konerko, IBB, Creedy, game-winning sacrifice. White Sox win this one 4-3, 6th.
For Toronto's Frank Catalanotto, the Blue Jays playing the second game of their doubleheader with the White Sox in Chicago. On the top of the first, Catalanotto, a base hit up the middle off Dan Wright, and so far, he's 1 for 1. His second at bat in the second inning. And Catalanotto gets one upstairs, goes with it, base hit to right, 2 for 2. Lots of Toronto hits. Jays had 18 in the game. Top 4's third AB with 2 on, base hit to center. Chris Woodward comes in. Catalanotto 3 for 3 so far, and the Blue Jays have a 4-2 lead over the White Sox. His 4th at bat in the 5th. Catalanotto squeaks it the other way. They're going to wave in a run here, and Frank Catalanotto 4 for 4. The Blue Jays have a 7-5 lead. His 5th at bat in the 7th. Drops for a double. Frank Catalanotto is 5 for 5, and in the 8th inning, he can become the first Blue Jay ever to go 6 for 6. It's a top play nominee, and there it is. 6 for 6, tying an American League record, 1 shy of Rennie Stennett's Major League record set in 1975. Harold Reynolds, your thoughts on 6 for 6?
Through 8, never faced the Jays before. Bottom 9, 2-0 Royals, 2 out. Gobble thinking complete game. Carlos Delgado thinking double. Gobbles up that pitch. Hitter outthinks pitcher. Next batter, Josh Phelps. Single to center. Delgado scores. There goes the shutout. It's 2-1, and Gobble goes from shutout to just playing out of the ball game. Mike McDougal comes in. Question is he caffeinated? Single walk to load him up, and then Orlando Hodson walks, and we are now tied at 2. No coffee for you. Further damage averted, though. Top 10, bases empty, full count. Aaron Guile against Terry Adams to the window, to the wall. There goes the ball. His 4th of the season. Royals up 1. Bottom 10, Jamie Serta, recalled from the minors earlier in the day. Major save, first career save, gets Delgado to hit into the 6-4-3 double play, and the Royals win.
Royals and Blue Jays. Roy Halladay trying to avoid his 4th loss of the year. 2 out on the second, bags full. Kelly Stinnett in the box. 1-0 Toronto, and Stinnett strikes out into the second. 2 out, 2 on, bottom second, 4-0 Toronto. Vernon Wells, you know, Wells led the majors with 215 hits last season. He entered the game hitting just 228, and he's looking to break out in a big way. It's 3-run homer. He'd have 2 homers in the game. It's 7-0 Toronto. Bottom 5. Josh Phelps. You know, the Blue Jays have scored 10 or more runs in 5 of their 10 wins. This is gone. It's a 2-run blast. Phelps is 2nd of the year. It's 10-0. And that would be it for Brian Anderson, who loses his 3rd straight start. Wells tied a career high with...
Well, if you thought adding green to the Blue Jays uniforms was odd, check out what happened in Toronto Saturday against the White Sox. You know that whole thing about if it's fair, it's gone? Well, Josh Phelps hits one that is ruled fair, so it's gone, right? Well, hold on. White Sox manager Ozzie Guillen says that's unfair because he believes it was fouled. We look again, we see it was fouled. Who says the manager never wins? They overturned the call, and now Carlos Tosca says, well, he's crying foul because the ball was foul, but he thought it was fair. Later in the at-bat, Phelps straightens it out a little bit. Left field wall. This time it is fair for a 2-run homer. Video evidence proved it. 3rd of the season, Jays up 4-2. Phelps, 3 RBIs in the game. Terry Adams gets Timo Perez in the 9th. Hit a chopper to short. Chris Gomez fields it. Blue Jays win at 4-2, extend their winning streak to a season high.
This one, complete game for Mulder. White Sox, Blue Jays, number 5 starter for the Jays, made 3 starts up from AAA Syracuse. Justin Miller gets Frank Thomas to line out. Look at the play by Eric Hinsky. Greg Rath of Zon. Base hit to right off Esteban Loaiza. Josh Phelps scores, 3-2 Jays. Miller on the hill against Miguel Olivo. Strikes him out, 5-2 Jays. They sweep the White Sox.
Runs all year, and in the first, it's a fight to get to the bat rack. Vernon Wells scores Reed Johnson, 1-0 Toronto. Carlos Delgado is up next. His single scoots past Desi Relaford. Frank Catalanotto comes in, 2-0 Jays. Orlando Hudson. Say hello to a little fry.
into the fountains off Brian Anderson. A 6-run Toronto first. Hudson's fourth of the year. In the third, Hudson again. He's a switch hitter. He had never homered from the right side of the plate Monday night. He did it twice. Jays win 9-3. They have won 6 in a row.
Maintain that he wants to play for a contender and play on a team that's successful.
Drills one deep left field and gone. Home run number 10 for Beltran, and the Royals take a first-inning lead.
That's when the defense makes mistakes.
Little flare back of first, drops in fair. Hudson will score. Gomez around to third, give Johnson a bloop RBI single, and the Blue Jays have tied it here in the 5th.
I had to position myself at first base and forget about the stolen bases.
Off the glove of Randa, it'll bounce into left field. Another run is in to score. Johnson will be held at third. Catalanotto hustles into second base, give him an RBI, and the Blue Jays have taken the lead for 4 years. Runner goes. Pitch lined into the vacated area in right center. Relaford is getting away. And the throw is bobbled. Now Relaford goes back. Now he sees that Hudson didn't pick the ball up cleanly and finally scores. Boy, he stopped after he was waved home until tomorrow. Base hit left field for Gomez. And Hudson pumping his fist as he comes down the line at third to score the go-ahead run. It's 3-2 Toronto.
Terry Adams 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball grounded sharply and past Hinsky and up the left field line. Beltran to third, may try to score. Here he comes. Here's the relay throw. Safe at the plate. Royals have won it.
Home games, they're hosting Boston. Carlos Tosca, he's switching up the lineup. He's going with Orlando Hudson in the leadoff spot. But this is Vernon Wells, who came in batting .429 in his last 8 games. Bottom third, singles off Kurt Schilling. He went 2 for 3. And the Blue Jays up 2-0. Now here's Hudson. He said he was scared to death to face Schilling. Well, he's facing Alan Embry right now. Batting .632 over his last 5 games. He went 4 for 4. Scored 5 runs, 5-2. Bottom 7, Frank Catalanotto, 2-run RBI double off Scott Williamson. He goes 4 for 5 with 4 RBIs. And the Blue Jays get it done. 12-6 is your final. And Schilling gets roughed up.
Red Sox 12-6 losers at Skydome Thursday night, continuing their 4-game set against the Blue Jays. Top 1, Justin Middle with the bases loaded, uncorks one. Greg Zaunt can't handle it. Johnny Damon comes in, and the Red Sox have an early 1-0 lead. 2 on, 2 out in the 6th for Zaunt. Facing Derek Lowe. Mark Bellhorn. The Red Sox are a mess. 15 errors in their last 11 games. They've got 34 errors. Only the Tigers have more in the major leagues. It's 3-3. Top 8, Kerry Lightenberg hits Jason Varitek. 2 batters later, it's 4-3 Boston. Here's Kevin Millar. Chops it through. Varitek scores, and it's 5-3 Boston. Next batter, Lightenberg. Hello, way passes on. Gabe Kapler scores. It's a 6-run Boston 8th. Lightenberg allowed 5 straight batters to reach. He did not record an out. He throws to third here. Nice hustle, but it's a little too late.
Did anyone hit it wicked hard?
Hit an ugly one, 9-3. Nobody had.
McCarty juices one to deep left center field. That ball is back, and that ball is off the wall. Vernon Wells unable to make the catch, still running as Millar is going to try and score. The throw from Gomez is going to be cut off, and the Red Sox take the lead. Mark Bellhorn leads it off, hits one high and deep to right center field. Simon Pond going back, and that ball is gone. Mark Bellhorn, his 4th home run of the year, as the Red Sox on top 2-0.
Kevin Youkilis' major league debut, called up from Pawtucket just before the game. His 2nd big league at bat, he goes yard, a solo shot. His first career major league hit is a home run, and it comes off the Cy Young winner, Pat Henkin. He was 2 for 4. When he gets back to the dugout, nobody comes out to greet him, so he pretend high-fives his teammates. What's going on here? Well, the Red Sox having a little fun at Youkilis' expense. They're going to let him enjoy his moment for a little bit. All right, now everybody come over. All right, yeah, nice job. Youkilis said afterward, Pedro put them up to it. Now everybody wants to high-five.
No errors. In the 84 games he appeared in. Ortiz hits one high and unbelievably gone. A long majestic, towering home run at Sky Dome, the third home run of the day for the Red Sox, and a 4-0 Boston lead.
First major league hit a home run. Bottom 5, Bronson Arroyo gets Orlando Hudson, then rings up Delgado in the 6th. Arroyo, 8 innings of 3-hit balls, struck out 6.
2-13.
Red Sox and Blue Jays. Pedro 2-0 against Roy Halladay this season in the Cy Young matchup. And it is the much anticipated Martinez Halladay 3 from the Sky Dome. Let's get ready to rumble. I'll stop talking like this and look at that filthy. That Pedro changeup was so filthy that Carlos Delgado's bat says forget this. Bottom 4 though, Delgado had a little chat with his bat. And he in the back got all swole. 6th home run of the year for Delgado. 2-1 Jays. Pedro has never lost in Toronto. Take that pitch, rewind it back. Jason Varitek, as we look again, target just above the knee. The pitch was high, and Delgado took it higher. Pedro, 7 innings, 3 earned runs, 6 hits, 6 Ks. So Halladay looking for his first win against Pedro. Top 5. Sox down 2-1, bases loaded, 2 out. David Ortiz trying to hit the ball wicket high. Not wicket high enough. Grounds out. Halladay is season high 124 pitches, but he gets the win. Jays get the win 3-1.
Delgado, 380 career against Brad Radke. Bottom 1, Doug Mankiewicz flashing the love glove.
Oh, I love greens.
Bottom 3, tied. Orlando Hudson, 375 career against Radke. And, oh, we can't get enough of your glove, Doug Mankiewicz. Another look, full extension. A double turns into an out. We go bottom 7, 5-2 Twins. New Blue Jay, Frank Menachino. This is his first game with Toronto. He went 3 for 4 with 2 RBI. He was 3 for 33 with 1 RBI this season with Oakland before being traded. Next batter, Kevin Cash against J.C. Romero, and Cash's money over the head of Torrey Hunter. Menachino scores, and it's a 5-4 ball game. 3 batters later with Delgado on deck, Romero facing Vernon Wells, first base open, and they intentionally walk Wells to get to Carlos Delgado. Why, you ask? There it is why. 1 for 8 career against Romero. First pitch, Delgado sees. He grounds to second. They get the force, but a run scores. Delgado's RBI ties this game. Top 9, Jock Jones up. Legal flashback. April 27th against the Jays. Jones, walk-off home run. Twins win 7-4. Flashback to reality. Facing Michael Nakamura. There goes gravity. Jones said afterwards he's just trying to get it over Hunter's head. His 7th home run, and the Twins win.
Twins, 6 wins in their last 7 games. Coming in at Toronto Tuesday, Johan Santana, 10-0 in his last 20 starts. Hadn't lost since last July 23rd. Tie game, bottom 6. He's in a bases-loaded jam, and he plunks Dave Berg. Josh Phelps scores. Jays go ahead 3-2. Santana went 5 1/3. Allowed 4 earned on 8 hits. Top 9, Twins down 3. Michael Kadire up the middle. This will score Jock Jones. Very next batter, Luis Rivas on an 0-2 pitch, no less, with a gorgeous sac bunt. Drops one down, does his job, advances the runners. Next up, Mike Ryan. Terry Adams with the high heat for 2 outs. 2 on now, Christian Guzman. Adams gets him his 3rd save. Blue Jays hold off the Twins 5-3, so Santana suffers his first loss since last July.
What a finish between the Twins and Blue Jays. Justin Miller pitching 2 on, 2 out in the 6th, facing Michael Kadire. Score is tied. Pitch outside. Catcher Greg Zahn tries to pick off Jose Offerman. The throw into center. Offerman will get waved around. Vernon Wells, he's going home. Firing it up. The throw is there. Offerman colliding with Zahn. He is out. Crazy play. We're still tied. Now it's 5-2 Toronto. We're in the 9th. The story is Matthew LeCroy, the only available player on the Twins bench the entire day, pinch hitting with the bags full. It's because everybody else was hurt, and LeCroy hits it out. Off of Terry Adams, a pinch hit grand slam. 16 of Minnesota's 24 victories have been comeback wins. Said Twins skipper Ron Gardenhire, this was so big that guys who wouldn't normally hug were hugging.
Oh, that's nice.
Isn't it?
Damon and his shaved mug at home. Boston hosting Toronto. Witness the facial evolution of Damon, who said of the beard mixed with summer weather, I don't want to get cramps on the field and die of heat. Well, the evolution, the pre-shave Jim Morrison and the post-shave, still going with the long hair. Orlando Hudson, 1 for 20 in his last 5 games. Damon, the sliding catch. Still got the dude going. Yeah, you're the dude. Bottom two, Boston up 3-2. Runner on third, 2 out. Roy Halladay facing Mark Bellhorn, who was just 1 for 8 career against him, the 1 a home run, so he'll take the RBI double. Halladay 6 innings, 5 earned. Top 7, 5-4. Simon says solo job. Simon Pond, North Vancouver, British Columbia. Hockey that off Bronson Arroyo. This game is tied. His first career home run. Bottom 8, Manny Ramirez said afterwards he wanted to hit one for his family. Yeah, but what about Michael Nakamura's family? Hey, one man's pleasure is another man's pain, and the Red Sox win it 11-5. Reds.
Grandpa Mike was a frugal fellow.
He was, but he was a good dude. Let's go American League. Toronto, Boston.
To right field, driving Kapler back, still going over, and he can't make the catch. They're going to run a while as Hudson scores easily. Now Menechino heading for third, and he'll get there. On the RBI triple, the Toronto Blue Jays on top 1-0. It's solidly up the middle and into center field. Menechino jogs home for the second Blue Jays run, and Toronto's on top 2-0.
Pedro, hair out, working the magic in the 4th. Greg Zahn. That was a good game to watch. Simon Pond, he homered Friday. Simon says whiff there. And then Orlando Hudson, he's been struggling. That's 8 Ks in his last 7 games. Pedro, 6 innings, 7 Ks, 2 runs. Ted Lilly was 0 for 3 career against Boston. Manny Ramirez looking at the nasty curve. Then Jason Varitek. He's been struggling. He gets nothing there. Lilly, 10 strikeouts in this game. Now let's go legal flashback to Friday. Manny Ramirez, he went deep to win the game for the Red Sox. That was off Michael Nakamura. Now, Manny said he really wanted to hit that out because his family was in attendance. Well, back to reality, and oh, there goes gravity. Manny, just a huge shot over the Coca-Cola bottle. His 11th homer in this game is tied. Another look, and Manny's 40th home run against Toronto, most by any active player. So the family happy for a second consecutive night. Bottom 7, we're tied, bases loaded. Mark Bellhorn singles off Jason Kirshner. Kevin Youkilis scores, and the Red Sox go up, and they go on to win 5-2.
Against Terry Adams tonight. Chopped up over the mound, out of the reach of Hudson into center. Manny comes in to score, and the Red Sox have indeed grabbed some insurance on top 4-2. David Ortiz driving in an insurance run for the Red Sox.
More baseball, Blue Jays and Red Sox. David Ortiz coming into the game with 33 RBI. Bottom 1, 2 on scoreless. Represent D. Ortiz RBI double off Miguel Batista. Johnny Damon scores 18 doubles this year for Ortiz. He said, I kind of look like Johnny Damon in slow motion. Bottom 3rd, 4-zip Red Sox. Ortiz another 2-run double. My man got all swole. 3 for 5, 3 RBI in the day. Sox up 6 love. Miguel Batista, 3 innings, 5 earned runs, 94 pitches thrown. Top 6, 2 on for Josh Phelps. Jays down 6-2. Tim Wakefield just became a first-time dad 8 days ago. Little Trevor's been keeping him up at night. Says, Wakefield, you see my eyes. I've been helping my wife out as much as I can. Helped out there.
Just swept the Blue Jays at Fenway Park. Toronto trying to recover back home at Skydome against the Angels. Top 3. It's Vladimir Guerrero. Say hello. Off the restaurant. His 11th tied it at 2. We saw the target from Greg Zahn was low. Justin Miller got it up. Zahn's target middle of the plate there for the next batter, Jose Guillen. And Guillen goes yard. His 9th. Back-to-back jacks make it 3-2 Anaheim. Next up, Jeff Devannon. Zahn's target in the middle, and Miller gets it up. And so does Devannon. Back-to-back jacks. Miller allowed 5 runs on 10 hits and 5 2/3. 4-2 Anaheim. Top 6, Justin Miller plunks Jose Guillen. Guillen's been hit 6 times this season, and he's had it. He says, quote, I don't know how many times I've been hit, and there's been no retaliation. I'm giving everything I got every day, playing hurt, playing in pain, and trying to win some games, and we don't get no help from nobody. Well, there's your help right there. John Lackey coming inside on Simon Pond, and he is tossed after both benches had been worn. Mike Scioscia comes out to stick up for his guy. Gets into it with Jim Reynolds, face-to-face, and Scioscia is ejected. That was a condensed version of the conversation. Runners on the corners in the 8th. Josh Phelps knocks it through the left, and this game is tied at 5. They go to extra innings. Bottom 10. Runners on 1st and 2nd. 2 out. It's Simon Pond, the legendary Simon Pond.
glove of the first baseman, Kochman. Everybody's safe. Runner coming home, and he's hung up between third and home. Nobody covering home. Gomez scores!
Oops. Blue Jays win 6-5. You know, does this remind you of anything?
It does.
All right, well, I bet you're thinking, yeah, August 16th of last year, Yankees and Orioles, Jack Cuss got caught up in a rundown, and, well, plate was wide open. Cuss can go in and score here, but yeah, he trips and he's tagged out. The Yankees won that game 5-4-12. Well, same deal here. No one covers home, but Gomez does not trip. Instead, he slides in safely, and the Blue Jays win 6-5-10. Toronto snaps its 4-game losing streak. Angels in Toronto, Troy Percival with a 5-4 lead in the 9th inning. 1 out, 1 on, facing Frank Menechino. Trying to nail this thing down. Menechino rips a single to right. 2 on now, and the Jays coming back. Bottom 9, got a chance to win this thing. We flash back. And what happened Monday? Chris Gomez all hung up there in a rundown, trying to score, but the Angels forgot to cover home plate. An unbelievably boneheaded play gives the Blue Jays the win in 10 innings. Well, back to Wednesday. Vernon Wells to left. And guess what?
What?
They did it again.
Wow.
Nobody covering the plates.
That's ridiculous.
Send them some Tom Omansky tapes. Reed Johnson comes home, and that ties the game at 5.
Who's responsible?
Exactly. The Angels would intentionally walk Carlos Delgado. Brings up Greg Zahn, who says the turf is starting to become my friend. Evan Eckstein can't handle it. Menechino scores. Blue Jays win. Percival's 4th blown save in 16 chances. Skydome, That's Roy Halladay. 4 losses already this season. Didn't have his 4th loss last year until August 12th when he won the AL Cy Young. Top 1, Jose Guillen. Chris Gomez, 6-4-3, and that ends the inning. Top 2, Halladay walks Jeff Devannon. More walks here. 3 batters later, Jose Molina. Oh, control issues. Next up, it's Adam Kennedy. And the inning ends with 2 runners on. Halladay escapes. He takes a 3-hit shutout in the 9th. Jared Washburn trying to become the first 8-game winner of the major leagues. Bottom 7, Reed Johnson. As Washburn looks in. Singles to center. It's 1-0 Blue Jays. Washburn gave up 3 runs on 8 hits and 7. Jays led 3-1 in the 9th. It's Devannon. Halladay trying to close this thing out. Line drive to center. Guillen scores, and that'd be it for Halladay. He had retired 19 straight at one point. He allowed only 2 unearned runs on 4 hits and 8 2/3. Jason Frazier trying to close it out now, pitching to Casey Kaufman as Halladay exits. They're 1 out away, and there it is, his 2nd save. Blue Jays win 3-2. Toronto sweeps 3 from Anaheim. Washburn's first loss in his last 8 starts.
Bottom 1, 1-0 Jays. 1 man on for Carlos Delgado, no doubt. Putting the Jays up 3-0. Delgado makes something happen. He's still hitting .230, though. That's his only hit of the game. Mark Teixeira for Texas. Diving stop by Delgado. The flip for the final out. The Blue Jays find a way, just edging Texas. Suddenly cooled off Rangers.
Rangers and Blue Jays. Toronto going for their 5th straight win. First start of the season for Texas is Juan Dominguez. Bottom 1, 2nd batter of the game, control issues. Frank Menechino was plunked, and this would be a theme in this game. Bottom 2nd, he hits Alexis Rios. Now, Blue Jays have been hit 31 times by pitchers. That leads the major leagues. We're picking on Toronto. Carlos Delgado not hit by a pitch, but as you can see, leaving the Bucks gingerly on this swing. Strains his rib cage. He would leave after this play. Bottom 6, 2-0 Jays. More Texas pitching issues. 2 out, runners at 1st and 2nd. Frank Francisco, well, that pitch is just plain wild. Runners move up on the very next pitch. Yeah, we got another wild one. That brings in Chris Gomez the easy way. Blue Jays go up 3-0, win 6-2. They do indeed win their 5th straight game.
Games of series.
Rangers and Blue Jays. Kenny Rogers trying to win his 8th. He'd be the first in the AL. Kenny's parents drove from Florida to see him pitch, but he needed the GPS navigation system. He was walking the house, walked 7 guys in this game, but then got Bobby Estalella to ground into the 5-4-3. That is a pitcher's significant other. Top 6, Rogers still with a 2-0 lead for the scuffling Showalters, and Brad Fulmer provides offense. Fulmer has been 0 for his last 21. Cleanup guys have been hitless in their last 20. Rangers 4-2.
Toronto at Seattle, first game of the 12-game homestand for the AL worst 9-13 at home this season Mariners. Josh Phelps, Jamie Moyer, Scott Spiezio. Top play nomination at third base. Next batter is Bobby Estalella. He went 0 for 4 with 2 Ks. And Spiezio again, he's got a banned sand frog. They're no cheaper than therapy, that's for sure. Ichiro, by the way, had 3 hits to give him 50 in May. As you see Spiezio again, he becomes the first player since Pete Rose to have 2 50-plus hit months in his career. And the Mariners win it 6-2.